What does disease mean to us? To some, it means the loss of a loved one. To others, it represents a daily battle to find cures for. To me, leukemia represents the loss of my father. Not a day goes by that I wish I couldn't have my father back, one of the most loving, compassionate, and generous people I knew, as many dear ones in our families are to each of us. He was an unfortunate victim of leukemia, a circumstance too many families across the country and around the world are familiar with. My father, Dr. Mohiuddin Muzzammel, passed away from acute myeloid leukemia, AML, on March 19, 2011.
Someone who was extremely compassionate.
Very good friend.
Humility that he carried around him.
Extremely kind-hearted.
For him, his family meant everything.
He would easily befriend anybody at sight.
The most affable, the most joyful, always had laughter.
I would describe Muzzammel as somebody who was very open, very much of an extrovert, very jovial, very charming, very generous.
I mean, he was always very modest, never spoke about his accomplishments, how well he did in practice. That was not the person he was. He was always down to earth and always trying to see how things could be better. And he just loved you, two girls, and your mother very, very much. You could see it in his face how proud he was about you girls.
I think Dr. Muzammel's strongest quality was his sense of compassion for people. He was extremely kind-hearted.
He was selfless, always dedicated to his friends and family.
Absolutely, is honesty. Is absolutely, whatever he speaks about, I know he's talking about the truth.
In a sense, when I saw him fighting for his life, I realized how wonderful life is and how so often we take things for granted and never really do whatever we want to do. We kind of think that maybe there's another day that we could do it, but we just don't have that time. Nobody knows.
We all miss him dearly. From wherever he is, he would love to see us do something in his memory which may help other patients.
It was very easy to talk with him. He made you very comfortable talking to or with him.
Many precious lives are taken away by this disease, like our friend Dr. Muzzammel. And if we can find any way to stop this and save lives, we'd be the happiest.
His courage would be a source of inspiration that, yes, against all odds, you still fight for what is more important to you. And I think that would be the lesson or what I would take from the sad events that happened, that there was a positive in it. And somehow I think in all that he did, I think all of us came out, of course, sadder, but at the same time a little bit stronger to believe in things.
If I am able to raise $50,000, I would be able to sponsor a leukemia research grant in my father's name, a goal that I would be honored and humbled to reach. Even though there was no cure in my father's lifetime, I hope to help find a cure in mine. Thank you for your kindness and generosity. Your donations will make an immense difference.